I feel like we just don't have enough videos of artists emotionally responding to their photographs. I don't mean photos of them, I don't mean headshots and marketing materials. I mean the photos that we take as artists, those kinds of photographs. How come all of these artist talks have us position ourselves as an academic or a pseudo academic? And we have to present our photograph or photographs, this body of photography work, in this very precise way. And we have to talk about the concept and go into depth about that and bring in some art history. It can't just be an emotional telling. I was going to say retelling. It just can't be an emotional telling of how the photo came to be. That's just not the current way of doing things, which is so frustrating because sometimes you just take a photo because of whatever is unfolding in front of you. It's just that is what pulls your heart. It speaks to you, and that's why you pick up the camera. Or if you're like me, you already have the camera swinging around your neck, and that's what gets you to grab it and seize that moment. So I wanted to capture the moment of me seeing a photograph that I took in Guatemala a month and a half ago. Time flies when you come back home and you're back in your routine. So I have not really engaged with this photo since then. It's just something that's been living in my Dropbox. So let's see how I look at it and what comes of that. This is Merlín. She's 1 year and 9 months, although I guess she'd be a year and 10 months now since I saw her, since I met her in her mother's shop in Antigua, Guatemala. Antigua. Not the Caribbean island. But look at her, so serious. This wasn't how she looked at me when I first met her. When I first walked into her mother's shop, she was just so excited to see me, and she wanted me to play with her. She wanted me to feed her. Or maybe she wanted me to eat what she was eating. She had a little bag of grapes, these very plump, juicy grapes. And she kept pressing them into the palm of my hand. I was there because I wanted to buy a couple of blouses, a couple of huipiles, the embroidered blouses that you see in Central America and Mexico. And her mother very generously showed me through her racks and shelves of creations. And I did eventually come upon a couple of blouses that I wanted to buy. And while her mother was wrapping those things up, I asked Merlín's mother if I could take a photograph of her. I actually wanted to earlier. I wanted to the moment I stepped into the shop, but I thought it'd be good to build like a little bit of a relationship before just snatching this child's image. Many Mayans today still don't want their photograph taken because they find it disrespectful, sacrilegious, like it's taking their soul. So it's not unusual to come across situations with Mayan people where they just say no. But I was happy that Merlín's mother gave me permission to take her picture. Even if there hadn't been that cultural element to it, there are plenty of parents across cultures who don't want strangers taking pictures of their kids. Who knows if I will ever see this child again, let alone the woman she becomes. I just needed some time to look at that picture again. All the details, the light and shadow. And I wish more artist talks about photography could be like that. Just what spoke to you in that moment. At least I can do it in my own video. And who knows, maybe in a sanctioned talk, I'll have the courage to do the same thing instead of going the obnoxious language route. The faux scholar.